everybody, it's Tom here from the Belfast Music Academy, and I'm just giving you a little introduction today to finger picking and finger picking good, or if you are slightly more polite, you would say finger picking. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an introduction to that in the form of Simon & Garfunkel's The Boxer. So let's get straight to it. What I played at the start there was the sort of main introduction part of it. So we've got a C chord, and what I'm doing is going like this. Alright, now you'll see that what I'm doing is I'm going like that with my ring finger. But to be fair, what I'm going to do to start off with this is I'm going to get you to play C in a slightly different way. I'm going to get you to play it kind of the way the old timers play it, which is like that. Okay, so I'll just kind of explain that to you. Normally if you're playing a C, it'll look like this. So what we're going to do is take this finger, just move it up to the E string, and then we're going to put the little finger where that came from, and you can strum all the strings. So it means that now we don't have to worry about that hand. All we have to worry about is what we're doing with the other hand. So let me just get quite close here. You can let me see now. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm hitting. First of all, I just want to explain that the thumb deals with these three strings. The E string, the A string, and the D string. So anytime you're hitting any of these three strings, they're going to be dealt with by the thumb. The next three fingers, these three, we're not using our little finger at all. These three fingers go with these three strings, and we're not going to be using the E string in this particular song, although you can incorporate it if you want. It doesn't hinder the sound of it at all. But just in the Simon & Garfunkel version, he obviously doesn't use it. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be using basically the thumb, the index, and the middle finger. And then if we were to use this string, I'd be using the ring finger. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. And the main thing is just getting the sort of pattern right and making sure that you don't get kind of out of sequence. If you get out of sequence, obviously it's kind of harder to get back into sequence if you're sort of mid-flow. So the main thing is just making sure that you can get the sequence correct, do it slowly, and then the more you do that, the more likely it is that you'll get it sort of, you'll get it in sequence when you're doing it fast as well. Okay, so just to show you what I'm doing, I'll do this very briefly because I know that you'll most likely have already had a lesson on this, and this is just to consolidate your knowledge. And even if you're looking at this and you haven't had a lesson yet in this, it's most likely that you're going to be sort of intermediate enough to be able to pick up sort of what I'm doing. So I'll show you very slowly. I'll explain what I'm doing, and then that'll be us. So what I'm doing is this. Okay, so what I'm doing is thumb on the D string, then index finger on the G string, and then, and then thumb on the A string, then the middle finger, and then I'm going here. So, D, G, A, B, D, G, A. That's D, G, E, B. And that's the name of the strings, obviously, that we're playing. That isn't the name of the notes. Obviously, we've got a C fretted like this on the left hand. So that's where I'm getting that sound from. Now, just one wee note before I go as well is, obviously, we're doing this. So the only thing that changes between times when you're playing it is you're playing that and that on the bass, so you're kind of going, and all this stuff is in between. Okay, so what I'm showing you to do is play it like that, so that I didn't really have to show you what I'm doing with my fretting hand. But just so you know, when Paul Simon plays it, he plays it like this. Do, 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 do. All right. So, you can play it either of the two of those ways, whichever helps you most. This has been Tom from the Belfast Music Academy. That's been the Boxer, and hopefully that has been reasonably good, concise explanation of how to play it. Thank you very much. Bye.